Welcome back. My name is Dr. Mamoon Najjar, and I am on a mission to help people live a life filled with meaning, impact, and fulfillment. Throughout my life, I have searched for the blueprint to a purposeful life. This search has led me to creating this YouTube series based on my book, The Drop That Contains the Ocean: An Intelligent Pursuit of Optimal Being. It is the product of years of study, practice, and personal experiences, which have allowed me to develop key principles that can help anyone create a life of contribution, success, and joy. Welcome to Chapter 9 of our journey. This is the final chapter in our journey together, and in this chapter, we will weave together the early concepts we have discussed by introducing key traits, strategies, and skills that empower us to realize tremendous success, achievement, and personal advancement. So, let's sit back and relax as we continue on this journey. The early chapters of this book explore the essential foundations of existence and purpose, exploring profound philosophical insights into the essence of life and our place within it. We then transitioned to vital technical skills, such as fostering a culture of collaboration and nurturing resilience. Now it's time to weave these concepts together by introducing key traits, strategies, and skills that empower us to realize tremendous success, achievement, and personal advancement. Building upon these foundational elements is the powerful notion of optimism. This invaluable mindset acts as a statistical tool for monitoring the development of a positive outlook while navigating challenges or striving for higher levels of achievement. By fostering a positive attitude and channeling our energy into constructive action and strategic planning, we significantly enhance our chances of success instead of succumbing to sorrow and frustration. Optimism can become your greatest ally. Embracing optimism means focusing on actionable solutions, rather than dwelling on problems or lamenting circumstances. But what if a situation is entirely beyond your control? A positive mindset allows you to accept your limitations gracefully, recognize when to surrender, and find peace in scenarios that are not yours to change. C'est la vie. In earlier discussions, we discussed the concept of tawakkul from Islamic culture, an Arabic term that embodies the idea of entrusting some of life's burdens to a higher power. While it suggests the necessity of meticulous planning and effort, tawakkul also reminds us that we can only do so much. The rest lies in divine hands. Your labor becomes an act of worship, while the outcome is a leap of faith, reassured by the universal support surrounding you. A poignant illustration of tawakkul is found in the story of Moses, peace be upon him, who is revered across Islam, Judaism, and Christianity for his unwavering faith in a higher purpose. Born into slavery in Egypt, Moses was divinely called to liberate his people and lead them to the Promised Land. Confronted by Pharaoh's wrath and formidable army, the Israelites were trapped and faced with an impossible obstacle, a vast body of water. In a moment of desperation, they cried out, "We are doomed." But Moses replied with fierce conviction, "Absolutely not. My Lord is certainly with me. He will guide me." Determined, he struck the sea with his staff, and the waters parted, allowing his people to escape. As the pursuing army followed, they met their fate as the waters closed back. The moral here is clear. We can achieve astonishing results with faith and a positive attitude, even in our darkest hours. Faith need not be an abstract concept. It begins with positive action and intention. In the rich tapestry of Islamic history, Moses and his brother Aaron, peace be upon him, inspired their people. They faced internal strife, fear, and many other tribulations throughout their arduous journey across the desert. Yet amid these challenges, Moses and Aaron's faith remained unshakable. They were resolute in believing they would ultimately reach their destination no matter what obstacles arose. On crisp autumn and winter evenings, just before dusk, thousands of starlings take to the skies, performing breathtaking movements that seem orchestrated by a single mind. This phenomenon, known as a murmuration, stirs wonder and curiosity among scientists studying swarm intelligence, a survival strategy that confuses predators. Despite extensive research, the precise mechanics of how these birds coordinate their movements remain elusive. Flocks of birds, colonies of ants, and swarms of bees exhibit collective behavior that allows them to accomplish intricate tasks as a unified entity. Each individual within the swarm embodies awareness, autonomy, interdependence, expendability, and resilience. With its complex ecosystems, nature offers profound lessons that can inform our design challenges. Biomimicry can help us understand the interconnectedness of life and glean insights to innovate sustainably. The evolutionary strategies honed over billions of years provide a treasure trove of knowledge essential for survival. For instance, engineers have drawn inspiration from avian flight to enhance aircraft navigation systems and improve wing flexibility. Nature has already solved numerous challenges we currently face, technical, organizational, or conceptual, and we have much to learn by integrating these natural designs into our lives and organizations. A mental model represents an individual's unique framework for processing new information and making sense of the world. It encompasses concepts, beliefs, and understandings that influence our perceptions and actions. Through self-awareness, we can compare our mental models to those of others, identify their strengths and weaknesses, and make necessary adjustments. Awareness of our thought patterns is vital and complementary to positivity and optimism. This self-awareness allows us to analyze our reactions in various contexts. Organizations often implement assessments to evaluate new hires, ensuring that personality traits and competencies align with roles. One standard method is the DISC profile: dominance, influence, steadiness, conscientiousness, which categorizes human behavior in various scenarios. It allows insight into how individuals respond to challenges, influence others, adhere to pace, and follow rules. For instance, a position requiring a results-oriented candidate who thrives in collaborative environments may yield specific traits from the DISC assessment. Conversely, roles demanding a more people-oriented approach might necessitate different characteristics. Fuzzy logic is a sophisticated approach to processing variables. It accommodates a spectrum of possible truth values that transcend traditional binary categorizations. By embracing imprecision and ambiguity, fuzzy logic facilitates more nuanced decision-making, allowing us to consider all available information before arriving at the most reasonable conclusions. Japan's manufacturing sector is credited with pioneering fuzzy logic principles, particularly in producing appliances and automobiles. This disciplined approach certifies the quality of every product. This methodology acknowledges a spectrum of variables and outcomes, navigating the gray areas between certainty and uncertainty. Numerous resources exist to explore fuzzy logic in depth, making them applicable across various contexts. Whether you're a parent in the kitchen, an educator in the classroom, or an executive leading a corporate operation, mastery isn't essential. Being aware of these methodologies and incorporating their principles into your life and organization is beneficial. A historical figure who recognized the subtlety of fuzzy logic is Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He taught that when confronted with unclear situations, one should strive to reach the best possible outcome through personal effort, while maintaining hope for favorable results. This perspective invites us to aspire for greatness in all endeavors, accepting the inherent uncertainties in life, particularly in familial and professional settings. As parents, we must aim to nurture our children within our highest ideals, fully aware that they may never perfectly embody those aspirations. The previously discussed value stream mapping, VSM, warrants deeper exploration. It is a strategic tool for analyzing the product or service delivery process. It creates a comprehensive flowchart, illustrating each step from inception to delivery to the end user. This involves identifying all participants and procedures and evaluating the value each contributes to the overall process. For instance, imagine if you acquired a hardware store to gain a competitive edge. The initial steps involve mapping and comparing your offerings with those of the acquired store and assessing pricing, inventory, operations, and customer service discrepancies. This exercise not only uncovers opportunities for streamlining processes, but can also highlight ways to enhance efficiency and profitability. Moreover, this mapping technique can be applied beyond business settings to analyze values within families, organizations, or communities. Who contributes most effectively with certain tasks? What spirit are you trying to cultivate in your interactions? Identifying bottlenecks and obstacles ensures that essential values are manifested in your actions. Ultimately, there is no singular roadmap for defining your purpose or constructing a model for living effectively. The journey involves collating information that resonates deeply with you and acting decisively on it. We are fortunate to inhabit a world brimming with choices, tools, and the capacity to make a meaningful impact, not only for ourselves and our families but also on our broader communities and the world. In conclusion, this book was structured to recommend a template of foundation interventions, values, and purpose design in the first section, and in the second section, a few concepts, skills, and eye-openers to build on the previously discussed foundation for further fulfillment and success. The basic idea of those concepts is to have a peripheral vision in life where you incorporate your life experiences from education, career, family, activism, and diverse experiences into a productive code that aids your purpose and life mission. This is the concept of transdisciplinary learning. Chapter 9 encapsulates the essence of practical optimism as a guiding principle on our journey towards personal and collective fulfillment. By intertwining the traditional wisdom of faith, such as tawakkul, with modern concepts like swarm intelligence and fuzzy logic, we discover that success isn't merely about individual effort. It's about collaboration, resilience, and a positive mindset. Embracing optimism enables us to transform challenges into opportunities and let go of what we cannot change, all while remaining grounded in our purpose. As we take inspiration from nature and the wisdom of the ages, we can harness these insights to develop a more prosperous, meaningful existence. So let's soar like the starlings in a murmuration, moving forward with grace and confidence, knowing that every step we take, rooted in positivity and action, brings us closer to our dreams. Together, we can create a brighter future filled with endless possibilities. With faith, action, and a touch of optimism, we can achieve remarkable things. Thank you for joining me on Chapter 9 of our journey. I hope you can take this time to reflect back on what we have gone over. To make things easier, here are some of my key takeaways from this part of the chapter. Despite this being the last chapter in our journey together, this will not be my last video on this channel. Make sure to come back to my channel to see more exciting and inspirational content that will hopefully help us lead a more disciplined and determined life. Inshallah, we will see each other then. Don't forget to like and subscribe.